Okay, so this video is about a school project that I have to build a website for making a pizza, and this is the final product. Okay, so I'll start with the model I've created. There's two main models I created here. The first one is customer, and then the second one is pizza class. And all of this is just subclass that I linked it to the pizza. So let's start with the customer. I have an ID, an ID, unique ID for each customer, and then a name field and 2 lines of address. But the second line of address is you can choose to not fill it in and it'll still go true. That's why I leave it blank equals true. And then for payment detail, you have card number, card expiry date, and the CCV or CVV code is the security code. And then for these three credit card number, I use a special field for them, which I imported from credit card model. So what's special about this field is that it'll validate the info for me to check if the credit card number is valid, and then expiry date is it expire, and go on and so on and so forth. And then from the requirement, it's requiring me to create for the admin to be able to add a new sauce, new cheese, and new size for the pizza. So that's why I separated from the pizza model, and all of them have unique ID, which I'm later on gonna use it to link in to the pizza. And then for the pizza, you have unique one, and then owned by, so which customer created, it's gonna create a connection with the customer class. And topping, and just a string function for returning the names of the object. Then I move on to the url.py. It's basically the link for a website. I have an index page, a link for to a page when you're creating the pizza, and then a page for the details for where a customer can fill in their details, name, address, and credit cards, and then a final page for finalize and confirming the order. So in order to get data from the customer, I have to create a form, and this is the form I have used. I have a pizza form for asking what kind of pizza the customer is creating. This is the option for topping, and then the topping is gonna be a multi-choice of Boolean field. So the customer get to pick whether they want onions or no onions, want mushroom or no mushroom. And this is the field is what's gonna be displaying on the form. And the widgets part is just for me to enable them to be styled by Django, or not Django, sorry, by Bootstrap. And then in the detail form, it's almost the same. Basically, the field that's gonna be displaying on the form, the name, address, credit card, expiry date, and the security codes. Then let's move on to the view. So whenever you go into the link in the URL, it'll run a function .index, .create pizza, details, and final, and you define all the function in the views. After index, basically just return the index page. And for creating pizza, so it'll check for if there's a request method for post. It'll create a new form of the pizza form, which we created early here, and then it'll call it out to the page, and if it's valid, so it means everything you put in the form, the data is valid, it goes through, then you can save it. You can choose to put commit equals false, so that it wouldn't create the object instantly. You get to do something in between, but for now I don't know, I have nothing to do with them, so I can save it and create the object. Then we'll redirect it to a new page where customer can put in the details. And basically all this is just error checking. For details, I did something special. Is after you created the pizza and then you put in the customer, I create a customer object, then I set the pizza.ownedby equals customer. This is when back in the model you linked in this part, because you can't link it to a customer where it haven't been created yet. And then for final page, you basically I pass in the customer ID, and then you search for the customer ID, and then according to the ID you search for the pizza that created by the customer, and then you return it to the page. Okay, so in my template file, I have a base HTML. Basically, it's gonna be applying to all the website. So I have this is the top part is for styling with the bootstrap, and then I have my nav bar here. I have the name and the logo in the nav bar, and then in footer, I have basically footer. I have a description of the website, to copyright the names, and then an email sign up for the newspaper, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't break it to anything, and it doesn't collect data. Basically, every single page will be extended the base HTML, so all of the page will have the nav bar and the footer. In the index, I have a background image, and then in the middle of background image, I have a create pizza card, which you will see in the website later. And it'll have a link place order. I'll link it to the create pizza page, which is in URL name equals create pizza. Then I'll link it to the create pizza page. It's basically the same thing. You extend the base, it'll have the nav bar and the footer, and then I have a background image. In the background image, I have cards. Cards is very useful. And then in the cards, I have make the pizza as the card title, and then I'll call in the form as a table. So I have to make it into a table so that it's styled properly. Then I have a submit button. After you submit it, according to the function in the view, it'll redirect you to the details page. So I'll go to the details, basically same thing, a background, a cards, and then call in the form. In the final page, it'll be a little bit different. It's still the same with the background, with a card, but then the card will have thank you for your ordering, and then get the customer name, and then get the pizza that created by the customer, and the address. That's confirmed, and then in the last, you just have a button to go back to the home page. Okay, enough of all those boring code. We'll move on to the web page. Okay, so this is the web page. I'm currently local hosting it. So like we say just now, that's a nav bar, and then that's a footer that's gonna be appearing in every single page. You have a nav bar, which both of this logo and the title just link you back to the home page. You have the main card, where you can click on it and start making a pizza, and you have the footer, and then you can sign off a newspaper, which takes an email, but we're not really gonna send you any newspaper. Quick description, and copyright, make from 2023, and then that's my name, which will link you to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, without talking too much, let's go into the code. Let's go into the web page. We can start making our pizza. I'll bring you to create pizza page. You can see the option. You just create it. You can register it in the admin page. So you can choose between small, medium, large, cross size, sauce, and cheese, and then topping of your choice, or you can go without any toppings. Just like we said just now, you get to see the nav bar and the footer in every single page. After you click done, your pizza object has been created. Then it's time for you to fill in your data. Sorry. Okay. Now my address, my phone name will not be showing on the screen anymore. Okay. So you can start filling your name.
John. Live in DCU campus, and then live in Dublin.
Now for the card number, you can't just put in any random number. Same goes for the month and date for the expiry date. You can't just go like something that doesn't exist. 13 of 21, and then the code. When you clicked on, it won't let you do it because you need to be like a valid card. You can't just put in every single one. And same goes for the date as well. It have to be valid, and then it can't be expired, or else you get another one. The date have passed, so need to make it valid, and then a valid credit card. For this, I'm gonna be using a fake credit card generator, so it actually validates. Grab this. Now create. Now your order have been created. Thank you for ordering, John. This was the option we picked just now: medium, 10, barbecue, vegan, and then the topping will be showing here, and the address. Order will be sent to DCU campus Dublin. You can either click this, the home page button, or the pizza to go back to your main page. And then if we head into the admin page, so in cheese you get to create your cheese of choice, add in a new type of cheese, a new type of sauce, a new type of size. And for the pizza we just created, was this one, medium, thin, barbecue, vegan, and this is topping, and it's linked into it's owned by the customer, created by customer subject 9. If we go to customer subject 9, this was the detail we put in just now. John, DCU campus, Dublin, the card details, expiry date, and 123. It's not very safe, I get to see all the card numbers, but it's a functioning, good looking website, and that's good enough. There you go.